Liverpool out. One trophy gone for them this season. Arsenal threw in dramatic penalty shootout fashion. It was, in all intents and purposes, a very boring game of football. Liverpool most certainly dominated the proceedings. That cannot be denied in any way, shape, or form this evening. They were the better team. They had the majority of the chances. But what we did see is an absolute stonewall penalty at the end of the game turned down for Arsenal Football Club. Where was the wonderful invention of VAR when you need it? So justice in the end was probably served, because Arsenal should have had a penalty in those dying moments. Really poor penalties from a couple of the Liverpool players, and they go out. And I know Liverpool fans will say, oh, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. But every Liverpool fan worth their salt knows that a multiple trophy winning season is required for you to ever be considered the greatest Premier League team of all time. And you had a great opportunity tonight to put yourselves through. Arsenal didn't turn up. I thought they were rank average tonight, but they go through, which in the essence of football is the most important element. So massive congratulations to Arsenal. It really, I really, really do mean that as an example. I really do mean that. I genuinely do. Do me a big favor, everybody tuning in, hit the like button, hit the share button as well. We're going to throw some of the boys in a few moments. We're going to also open the lines a little bit later for you to come on and have your say. But Liverpool fans, how disappointed are you to be out and with the performance tonight? Arsenal fans, do you feel lucky? Do you feel vindicated? We want to hear from you right about now. Let's get some of the boys on. Here we go. How's everyone doing? We all good?
Good.
I'm going to go to the Liverpool boys first of all on this one. I'll go to Stroh first. Are you disappointed at all to be out with your performance? Or, give me your thoughts after being dubbed out of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's one of them. When you get to penalties, obviously you want to win a penalty shootout. Performance-wise, I'm not disappointed with the performance. Reece Williams at the back. This man was at a non-league team on loan last season. Held his own against £72 million Pepe and people who they brought on. I thought he had an excellent game. Nico Williams was a bit shaky towards the beginning. Obviously understandable after all the unnecessary and disgusting abuse he received from people who I don't even class as Liverpool fans. I thought he had an excellent game. Curtis Jones, he's just a standout every time you watch him. Even when you've got other factors and other players on the pitch, he's the one that just catches your eye because he'll just do something silky. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the performance. I thought Jota looked lively. It's frustrating not to go through, but when I seen Arsenal's team, I expected them to go through. So it's no surprise. It's just frustrating that we had the chances to kill it in 90 minutes. But I've seen some people say that's an Arteta masterclass. I'm sorry if that's an Arteta masterclass. I never want my manager to have a masterclass again.
My view is this. I said when I first was doing the watch along, I said that your team was stronger when I first saw it. And that's because I was fixated on Van Dijk and Salah. And as I was seeing the Arsenal team walk out onto the pitch, I'm thinking, that's like a couple of young players, but they're all first-team squad players that play regularly. Half your team was an academy, and Arsenal should have done better, and you bossed them. You had more of the ball. You had 16 shots to their 6. You created 13 chances to their 5. You absolutely bullied them in that game. And I suppose Arsenal might feel vindicated because at the end, I think it was a stonewall penalty.
Oh, clear penalty.
Under the modern-day rules of the game. But it didn't happen. You go out on penalties. Ram, from your point of view, you spoke earlier about this season. You have to win multiple trophies this year. Is it disappointing to see one slip through your fingers so early on in the campaign?
Yeah, of course. Obviously in penalties, it will hurt that a little bit more, especially when we played the way we did. Shout out to Marco Grujic. I thought he had an excellent game today in centre defence and midfield, the way he recycled the ball. I think what we learned from this game is that we have good players that can easily come in if the starting lineup aren't up to it or they're injured or something. Like all these players like Marco Grujic and people like that, they've been out on loan and played at a high level. He played at the Bundesliga for 2 years, starting lineup every single week. And I wish he was a little bit more, because I've seen him quite a bit for Hertha Berlin. I wish he was a little bit more progressive, a little bit more using his ability to pass the ball. His range is pretty decent, and I think he was a little bit a little bit shy about it. But I think overall the performance was good. It just hurts that that we lost on penalties, and Leno had a mad game.
What are you laughing at, KJ? I'm confused.
The super chats.
Oh, okay. No, Chiefs got what they deserve. Arsenal, Leno is like Spider-Man on steroids. I wouldn't say Liverpool were cheats because the referee. I always love that. A referee misses a decision and people call them cheats. Park the bus, Mikel Arteta. What a brilliant style of football. That's what I was shocked with tonight, to be fair. No, not shocked with. Like, I hope Arsenal fans start to realise that is how Arteta plays against it. I mean, I don't think he should have parked the bus tonight against Liverpool because it wasn't a Liverpool first team that should have put too much fear into anybody. But they certainly parked the bus, there's no doubt. Red Devils advocate here says match was the definition of a fur coat, no knickers. I agree. I'm getting really bad feedback from somebody's line here. I'm not too sure who it is. A lot of flickering in the ears there. Martin here says Kai is going to need more soy milk after spitting it out watching that big Arsenal dub. That's a great super chat. I'm going to go to Aaron next. Aaron, what did you make of the game tonight, the spectacle, Arsenal performance? Do you think, and in the end, do you think it was a fair result?
I think it's more of a result for Arsenal than it is for Liverpool because I don't really think Liverpool cares about this kind of cup, if I can be allowed to say that. I think Liverpool has bigger ambitions. I think they're going to chase the league again. They're going to try and go for the Champions League again. So the Carabao Cup is, I think, the least of their worries, to be honest. But Arsenal, I think Arsenal are going to be very happy with that. I think for them, if they can win this cup, it will be another improvement. And it will be another reason, for them to keep Arteta in the job. And it'll be progress for them, man. Let's be honest. Looking at it from a neutral perspective, I think it will be progress for them. So
yeah, I suppose what you could call tonight is a stereotypical mid-table to top of the table giant killing.
Say so.
yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
Ches is with us. Ches, I think we're getting feedback from you. Earbuds and StreamYard don't like each other, but what did you make of the game, mate? Bro, hello. Yeah, that signal is terrible. Try calling back, mate, without earbuds. Whatever reason, earbuds seem to like destroy the stream. KJ, we watched the game together. Me and you were yawning at times. It was boring. There's a few chances for Jota in the game, but do you think it was a fair result seeing Arsenal go through?
Fair. It's one of those ones where like they came to get a draw and they got their draw and got through on penalties. So you could say yes in that sense. The game plan was to take it all the way and it won in the end. But in terms of the chances created for Arsenal, they didn't really do much. There's lots of offsides, lots of bad touches from like Saka and Pepe, and Ketia should have did a lot better. But at the end of the day, as a Liverpool fan, you just really got to look at yourselves and be like, we didn't play well in terms of our chances. We didn't finish our chances, and that's really what got you in the position that you are now. But yeah, they came for a draw. They got the draw. They got the win. So you got to put
fair play.
Fair play.
I'm still getting really bad playback from your line. I'm not sure if it's a connection issue. It's almost unaudible, mate. I'm really, really sorry, bruv. Okay, sorry, bro. I apologize. I know people try and call in, but it's really poor. Francis here says Arsenal did not park the bus. No Obama, Hector, Tierney, Luis, Willian, Laka, or Maitland-Niles. Story FC lost with Salah, Virgil, Milner, and Jota. They played. What's your response?
Wow.
Yo, he's smoking what?
He's
A guy was smoking
joking.
during the stream.
Yeah, literally. We had Nico Williams, Reece Williams, Curtis Jones, Harry Wilson. And the thing is, your players have been playing first-team football. Bukayo Saka has had a season at first-team football for Arsenal Football Club. Like, Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been playing for Arsenal for God knows how long. Like, if you're going to say something like that, that's absolutely ridiculous, man, honestly.
I hear that. Do you feel like, are you concerned at all? Another super chat here that says, 4 games against Liverpool for Arteta, and he has 3 wins. Do you think there's an element of Arteta knowing how to, according to this tweet, the super chat, Arteta knows how to beat Klopp? He's got Klopp's number. Do you think there's any element of truth in that?
No, not after watching Monday night.
Yeah,
Definitely not after watching Monday night.
If you notice, the two of the wins that Arsenal have got against Liverpool have been on penalties.
Pens.
So it doesn't show that Arteta necessarily knows how to beat Klopp in terms of in an outright game. It just shows that he knows how to set up, be solid, and not concede too many goals if needed. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the other game, Arsenal got battered in that game.
Yeah.
And this game, it wasn't as bad as a battering, but you weren't dominant. Arsenal weren't the better team.
We just lack quality.
Football.
We just lack the quality that we had on Monday Night Football. Like, you could see the golf in quality, but I still think we played really. I still think we played well. It's just that Leno had some really good saves and our chances weren't taken.
Yeah, actually, no. Shout out to Leno. Leno had a very, very, very good
I think he had like 8 saves in the game.
The saves that he made were great, and the penalty saves as well. Like Adrian, if Adrian actually believes he could have saved that penalty, he would have saved it. He would guess the right way. He just assumed that that guy was going the opposite way. So like Leno, man of the match, like he's the reason why one of the reasons why Arsenal won today.
No, I think I wouldn't read. I know Arsenal fans will. And by the way, I'm just sharing in the chat section now, people, the link if you want to call in and come and have your say. I'm literally going to spam it into those areas. I think some Arsenal fans are going to look into this a little too deeply. We've beaten them 3 times or whatever. I think it's clutching at stores. Francis comes back for another super chat and says, "Who cares, Terry? LSC lost and they are out the cup. Terry always said penalties are part of the game. You don't score your penalties, you lose. Ask Bruno." Oh, mate, I'm not saying you don't deserve to go through. I'm basically, I don't really get what your point is. I've not said you didn't deserve it.
Was he?
One sec, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't said that it isn't fair. What I am saying is, at the course of the game, you were outplayed. You got your penalties. You scored your penalties. You went through, and that's it. Of course, they're important. Well done to you. But to try and claim this, Arteta's got Klopp's number, I think is a little bit much. I think it really, really is. Comment here says Arteta would play a 5, a back 5. Very, very true indeed. We're gonna add a few callers that have their say, and then add some normal members in. First of all, Victor, first time on the show, I think. Victor, what you saying, bro?
Yo, man. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say I agree with Elite KJ. How if you notice that the only 2 games, the 2 of the 3 games that they beat us on was only pens. So it's not really fair to say that Arteta has broken down our system. Like Liverpool still have a clear and evident way of playing. Like we still have a very clear way that works. I mean, look at the Premier League now. We won all 3 of our games, including Arsenal. So it's not to say whatever this guy said that Arteta has broken down Liverpool, has broken down our system, because we're still a very, very good team. It's just tonight, I think this stroke guy said that we didn't play our best players. The quality of our players wasn't there. We played Grujic. Grujic had a couple of chances. Diego Jota had a couple of chances. Salah, I didn't really see him that much in the game, but the quality wasn't there, But
I hear
we tried, man. We tried.
Big super chat from Jerome here that says, "Look at those scum coming out of their holes and talking crap. They got battered with their apparent Premier League winning team. Now got lucky with Liverpool's D side, not even their B side, and they are talking." Big up Jerome there with a big super.
My guy, Jerome.
Arsenal fans, come on and defend your team here, because you're being called out because they think you're basically being delusional. Victor, my friend, thank you for coming on, calling in, having your say. Good points made there from yourself. As an Arsenal fan, I'm not hyped about this game. We've still got a lot of work to do. Bro, you are sensible and you are absolutely right not to get overtly gassed. Another super chat says, Arsenal playing Park the Bus football against top 6 sides will not get them the top 4. Soon Arteta will realise his team are out of their depth. Now,
Terry, can I quickly say something?
Oh, of course you can, bruv.
I don't know if Stroh would agree with me, but when we saw Liverpool play against Arsenal on Monday night, we could see a style of play that they were trying to do, that little bit of patient play in the back.
Sorry, super chat. Arsenal dominated the game in the first half.
Whatever you say, mate. Whatever you say.
Please explain to us why you say that.
Yeah, let us
The
know.
links in the description. Come on and say your thing, man.
Oh no, he doesn't know. He doesn't need to come on.
Or super chat it. Like,
Super chats are there, bro.
Well done,
Yeah,
Ram.
keep
Well
the super chats
well
going,
Ram.
man.
Thanks for that, Ram. Nice one. Listen, we're gonna have a few more callers.
Where's the girl?
Gal's
I'm
here.
right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Hey.
What's
There we
going on?
go.
Bro? What's going on, guys? You guys doing good?
You're
Yeah, good, man. We're good. We're good.
Look at
We're
the
good.
chest. Look at the chest.
No. I'm just happy. I haven't seen my team beat Liverpool at home in any game in like 3 to 4 years away from home. So it's like this is actually it's you can't say it's a shock, but it's a pleasant surprise.
No, it is a shock. No, again, it is a
Shock.
shock.
It's the whole point of it. It's a shock.
No, it's not a shock. It's a pleasant surprise. We should be beating their second team when they don't play a serious team. Let's be honest. Klopp disrespects every cup competition in the English game. Yes, you guys can win the Champions League and the Premier League, but as long as he continues to disrespect all these cup competitions and put weak sides against every single team he faces and does what he did like last year, you guys are not going to ever take the FA Cup serious. You're never going to take the League Cup serious. And to me, that's going to be to the detriment of this great Liverpool team. Yes, this is a one-off game, and you could lose to Arsenal, you could lose to Leicester, you could lose to any team in the cup competition. But as long as Klopp disrespects the cup competitions, this will be to the detriment to the legacy of this great Liverpool team that you guys keep talking about. Let's be honest.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
I got some smoke for you, boy. What on earth were you smoking during that live stream?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
tell me the
my
question.
God.
Because right, I heard this comment genuinely come out of your mouth. You turned around and said, Liverpool fans, calm down. Let's not forget history, because between 2010 and 2015, you were a nobody.
That's fact.
Right? Yeah? Wait a minute. You included a key word there, which is history, which Liverpool have more than Arsenal. Arsenal fans shouldn't ever be coming and talking about history to Liverpool and Manchester United. You're never going to win that argument. So what on earth are you talking about?
Wait,
we were an
Stro.
awful team between 2010 and 2015. We've still got the history behind us, so that makes zero sense.
I got something to say about the whole history and know your place kind of thing. I got one thing to say to you. What goes around comes around. When you're shit, we can take the piss out of you. When we were shit, you took the piss out of us. Now we can take the piss out of you because you're absolutely
There's a difference.
poor
There's
shice.
a difference. Right now, we might be shit, but we're still here. We still talk. You guys, when you guys were shit, we're hiding in little ditches. No one could find you guys.
Who was
You guys were
hiding?
missing in action.
When you
MIA.
claim that we were
There was
shit,
no Liverpool fans wearing a Liverpool kit. There was no Liverpool fans wearing any of those players.
Was you
All
in
those
Canada at
guys-
that time?
None of that.
Wait,
You don't
was
see
you
that.
in Canada during that time? Because no one's going to be wearing football shirts up there, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't count, blood.
just to come back on that, you do realize that we sold out in Australia at the time that we were shit. You do realize that, yeah?
What does that have anything to do with it?
Because you said we have no fans and we clearly sold out.
I never said we have no
Get
fans.
him,
I said your fans were in hiding.
Thailand, Hong Kong, China. Bro, we've been selling out across the world and you're saying that we don't have any fans. Man, shut up. Honestly, man.
Whoa, let's go, Ram.
What does that have anything to do with it? You cannot hide the fact. You cannot hide the fact.
I'll come to you in a second. We found out why Ram's now got a chest. Because his mum and dad ain't in the next room. He said, he's like, I can now shout without my mum coming in with a slipper and beating me, innit? Straight up. That's why he's got some chest now. Listen, boys, I appreciate we're going to add a few more people into this stream now. First of all, we're going to add Brandon in. Brandon, who do you support, mate?
Arsenal.
You're an Arsenal fan. A lot of Arsenal fans seem gassed. I mean, Igal is over the moon. Some people saying, calm yourself down. It isn't that big a deal. What do you think?
I wouldn't get gassed over that. It's the Carabao Cup at the end of the day. The only reason I really came on tonight is because I want to talk about one thing, and one thing's a major talking point for me, and that's Nicolas Pepe. The reason why I want to talk about him is because the more I watch him, the more I don't rate him. The more I feel like he's got the quality, but I don't know whether it's because he's a confidence player and he's low on confidence, or whether he's just not suited to the Premier League. But if we're being completely and utterly real here, that was a Liverpool second string team, and at times it looked like we had Danny Welbeck back on the left wing. His touches were awful. He was tripping over his own feet. I don't know. I just feel like we've had our pants pulled down with Pepe and the price tag that we paid, because he's not a £72 million player, especially when you look at, for example, someone like Mo Salah, who cost half the price. Look at what he's doing. Yeah, okay, he's had Premier League experience and that, but I'll even look at someone like Saka. Like Saka, he's a young 18-year-old kid, but for me, he links the play better than Pepe. He can keep the ball better than Pepe. He's just an overall better player than Pepe. So for me, Pepe is third choice in my eyes. And unless Mikel Arteta can find a way of getting the best out of Pepe, to me, he's got this season, and then, you need to start thinking about possibly selling him on, because you look at how much we're struggling to get funds to buy the players we need, like a Partey and like an Aouar. We've paid £72 million for a player who's not doing anything.
Bro, I want to say this to you, and I mean this with all respect. One of the most grounded and sensible Arsenal fans we have ever had on the channel, because for me, Pepe tonight again was ranked average. We said it during the stream. He couldn't, beat a man. He couldn't get past anyone. He had opportunities to score, didn't do it. He didn't feed the ball in at the right times. He has looked lost since he signed. Willian is old, but a better player than him. Saka, for me, is already beyond him in the English game. And I think you're right. I think he's got about another 5 to 10 games in an Arsenal shirt before Arteta's mind will be made up around, you are not the guy. And 72 million pound absolutely wasted. He is not better than Danny Welbeck. He just isn't. He might have a few skills that are better than his, but as an overall football player, he just isn't. Arsenal got absolutely finessed on him, and it's sad to see.
It's looking to me like Unai Emery was probably right. I know Unai Emery wanted to get Wilfried Zaha, and I know you don't rate Wilfried Zaha, but the one thing that Wilfried Zaha does bring to you is he'll score goals, he'll make assists. He's always a threat in the game. Whereas as Pepe, like you say, he looks lost at times. And unless Mikel Arteta can get the best out of him, he's wasted for me.
Yeah. You know what I worry about Pepe for? I worry that Pepe is going to throw his toys at the Prem, and he's going to see that he's being challenged and he brought in, because right now he's in a situation where it's a tough time for him. And if he throws his toys at the Prem, we're never going to see the Pepe that we've seen in Lille, and it could ruin him even more. This is a tough time for him. He needs to buckle down and get himself together and get back to the way he needs to play. But if he sees himself being dropped constantly and sees himself on the bench constantly, and he throws his toys at the Prem, he's going to be out the club next year. And I kind of agree with you. That's the thing that worries me.
But the thing is, Gal, tonight was an opportunity for him to showcase his ability, showcase what he can do. He should be doing that against this second string Liverpool team. I could understand if it was the team that Liverpool put out on the Monday, but against this Liverpool team, he should be doing a lot better than that.
Yeah, sorry, just to add on that point, I think he was even helped. Like, Mikel Arteta actually helped him today and made him have more of a better opportunity to showcase his skills, because he didn't put him on the right hand side today. He put him on the left, and that was because the two right hand sided defenders for Liverpool was the two Williams boys, who are both young. Pepe surely can expose them, show them up with their inexperience, show what he's got, and even with that help of putting them on the left hand side, he still had nothing to give, and that's worrying. Again, I don't think I think I've said I don't think you'll throw these toys out the pram. I think Pepe is more of a reserved kind of person from what I've seen and what you've heard of him. You don't really hear many stories about him, but you're right though. He does need to buckle down and maybe look at how can he improve his game, because right now he's not helping himself.
I hear that. Brandon, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Really good points made. It'd be great to get you on again sometime. Thank you very much, my friend. We're going to add man like Latimer's Prime into the stream, and also one of our very early members, Dwayne's in the house. Going on, Dwayne? Long time no speak.
Hey, how's it? Sorry, just been busy with some work. But I just want to congratulate Arsenal on getting a very good result. But you know what? Some people are getting a bit too ahead of themselves. The thing is, Liverpool, this is Liverpool's second team. This is the fringe players. Yes, Adrian is in goal and so on. And that's generally the only time that Liverpool does get up. But you know what? From my perspective, I'm very happy with how the fringe players are actually playing. It actually shows that they have the quality to match up with an Arsenal team. Because let's be very frank, they losing on penalties is no shame. World-class players miss penalties. And I think that Liverpool is going forward in the right direction. I can see success coming for even more years to come. And the whole story about history with regards to Liverpool. If any Arsenal fan talks about history and Liverpool, just remember one thing 6 times. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
It draws out.
I appreciate that, Prime. What did you make of the game and the performance? As a neutral to this, I mean, do you think Arsenal fans are getting a bit full of themselves? We have a super chat from the Beast, for instance, that says, as an Arsenal fan, this was really a nothing game overall since Arteta came in. I'm happy with it. We've improved. Pepe isn't good enough, to be honest, and Egal needs to chill.
We're facing City
Absolutely,
next.
100.
We're facing City next. The draw just came out.
Wait, the draw's done.
yeah.
With Man United,
Yeah, we're facing Everton.
Oi,
Ooh.
that's gonna
I
be good.
like that. I like that. That'll be a good game.
Everton away.
At this
Everton
game,
away.
Everton is really playing with wind
who
in
did,
wind under.
Tottenham get?
Stoke.
Okay. What's nice about that draw again, though, see, either one of Everton or United or one of Arsenal City are going out. It's really going to break it down. Like there could be a little shock or like a smaller team kind of progressing. But yeah, I'll take Everton.
Newcastle and Brentford.
I'll tell you what, though. Be careful with Brentford.
There we go.
Careful
Prime,
with
Ben
Brentford.
Rahman's goal?
They're a really good team.
Prime, what? Yeah, it was.
Oh
Prime,
my
it's
God.
quality. Prime, what were you going to say, mate, about the
Disgusting.
performance? Do you think that Arsenal fans are getting a bit ahead of themselves?
yeah, they are. They're always getting gas, especially Igal. I look at Arsenal. I look at the two lineups
Prime.
today. Liverpool, barring Van Dijk, Salah, maybe you can count Milner in there as well. A lot of the players that they had in their 11 were like fringe players, or even the young boys and the two Williams brothers and Curtis Jones. You look at Arsenal, everyone in their lineup, I would say, is pretty on par with who they started in the previous game. They had a pretty decent or full strength squad or full strength 11, but they were so poor. Pepe, this guy gets gassed up and hyped to be world class or a class player. And I said it the minute Arsenal bought him, because I watch African international games and I watch Ivory Coast, and this guy doesn't even start for Ivory Coast.
Yeah, he's Zaha's water boy.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, for Ivory Coast, yeah. I can't remember who it was in the African Cup of Nations, but as far as I can remember, unless I'm wrong, it's the guy from Lyon that starts over him. Cornet or something.
Cornet.
He starts over him.
Cornet.
So that already is worrying.
Question marks on it. I look at just Arteta is a good manager and he could potentially be a great one or whatever, but don't gas him up right now, because Igal keeps saying, why don't we praise Arteta? Why is praise not being hyped on Arteta? And that's fine if you want all that. But then when things don't work out, or if, like, for example, when you guys lost a few days ago and then Igal was trying to make excuses for it. No, it's okay to criticize if things go wrong. And you guys won today, which is on pens, which is cool. But you should have done better in the game overall. And you didn't. And there should be question marks about that.
I get that. We're joined by one sec, Ram. We're joined by Sonny. Sonny, I mean, you're always quite a level-headed Arsenal. Well, sometimes you're level-headed. Sometimes you're completely off the Richter scale when it comes to football opinion. Of course, you're happy you're through. But do you think some Arsenal fans are getting a bit, we've beaten Klopp 3 times now, rare. Do you think that there's too much emphasis on that and they need to keep their feet on the ground a bit more?
I just want to say first, hello everyone, by the way. I just want to say, when you listen to the Liverpool fans on your show, Strove, the guy down the bottom, and also the Irish guy you had on the other day, a lot of Liverpool fans are very, very level-headed, and they read the game properly and they say it how it is, right? Arsenal fans, you ain't got that. Arsenal fans, you haven't got that at all. with Arsenal fans, what you got people like Gal trying to make a name for themselves. I love Gal as a person. I think you're a great bloke, but you spot the gap in the market. You're pantomime character, and your views on Arsenal are absolutely embarrassing. And you're not doing the Arsenal fan base any favours at all by giving your views. You could call it a disgrace, but you are actually an embarrassment to the Arsenal fan base. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That's not personal. That's not personal attack. That's on football views, right? Because as an Arsenal fan, right,
The man's trying to turn this into a shit show. Bro, calm down.
I'm talking about football.
You're completely going personal. Bro, this is not Jerry Springer's, okay? This is not Jerry Springer's.
You don't want me to dress up in the training, mate. It's not me. Listen, let me just say my point, bro, please. I'm talking about football now, right? I'm talking about Arsenal.
Okay, so talk about football then. Don't come out here trying to do personal attack. No.
I'm talking about your football opinion. I said I love you as a bloke, but your football opinion is absolutely embarrassing. Right? Well, I'm talking about football. Can I leave it to football? And don't interrupt me, please. Right? As an Arsenal fan, the Carabao Cup has never been big enough for Arsenal. Ever. Right? And it still isn't. So for Arsenal fans to be getting gassed over, beating Liverpool on penalties, right? And trying to measure up to Liverpool for their standards, you're absolute embarrassment to our football club. We beat Liverpool twice on penalties. It doesn't count. The other game, it was a Mickey Mouse Community Shield game. It doesn't count. The one game that it did actually count, Liverpool beat us. They beat us very comfortably, right? What Arsenal fans should be focusing on, right, is not the Carabao Cup, right? Not the bullshit penalty wins, right? After the way we've been scored by Liverpool youngsters, Liverpool reserves again, right? It's about the transfer window and also getting the business done and actually having a proper team who can compete, where we can be gassed over. At the moment, it ain't it. So you coming on the football terrace and acting like a 10-year-old, that is not really suiting the Arsenal fan base at all. You're an embarrassment to our football club. You don't know the difference between N17 and N5, mate.
Okay, listen, I know Egal have his right of reply here. He has to after that. Egal, what do you want to say back?
Listen, there's two sides of Arsenal fan base. There's a side of the Arsenal fan base that will constantly back the club, and there's a side of the Arsenal fan base that will constantly berate and say everything that's going on is not good enough. And I get that you've seen a high level of football and you've seen the club win many trophies and everything else, but there's a level where you have to be balanced. You can't constantly be negative. You can't constantly say nothing is good enough. You can't constantly berate the players and say they're never going to be the Arsenal level when you have what you have in front of you is what you have in front of you right now. At the end of the day, these players might not be good enough to win us trophies and leagues, but it's a process. You can't just say, hey, we're going to always be the best team. There's ups and flows with football. Not every team, not your team's not always going to be the best team in the world. Even Barcelona right now are going through a tough time. So you need to calm down, understand there needs to be a balanced opinion. You can be delusional and at the same time understand that we're not good enough to win the league right now. And at the same time, you can be negative and not say, hey, these players are complete dog shit and they're championship level. So there has to be some balanced opinions. And when you talk about personal stuff, I'm not talking about personal right now. I'm just saying football opinion. You've seen Arsenal play for how many years? You understand that this team is not good enough, but calm down. Not everything is going to be great. There's times where you have to go with the up and flows and understand that these players are in a process. Arteta's a new manager. There's a new back room. There's a new backroom staff, and it's a process. So at the end of the day, we're not going to see them winning leagues next year. Maybe not the year after, but you have to be a fan and you have to back the team. When you go to the games, are you going to be cussing them or are you going to back them? You tell me that.
I'm on mute. 1 minute. Terry muted me, so I wouldn't interrupt you, but I was going to give you the respect by not interrupting you.
I muted both of you when you were both talking. I want the viewers to be able to hear what's going on more than anything. Go on, man.
Listen, in life, the other thing you have to be is humble, right? You have to be humble in life as well. So if we've got to win, be humble, because at the moment we're not at that level to be puffed out a chest of being gassed, right? I'm happy with the process. I'm happy with what's happening, but we're a million miles off challenging for the top four. Never mind challenging for the league title. That's not even in any right Arsenal supporters' mind, because we're probably 10 years off of it, right? And to get gassed by individual performances, individual pieces of skill, by taking a corner, by taking the throw, you are totally missing the point, which Arsenal fans need to get behind, right? And the point is, don't go around and take the piss, because the only person who's going to get egg on their face is you. You know, you're climbing up the ladder. I'm telling you something, bruv, you're going to fall, and you're going to fall very heavy.
Listen, you don't expect us to beat any top teams. You're not optimistic at all. I get that.
Yes,
you expect us to lose. You expect us to lose today. You expect us to lose on Monday. You expect us to lose the day before that. Any team we face, you expect us to get battered. What kind of fan is that?
No, don't. I'm the type
what did
fan.
you expect from today?
I'm the type of fan who says it as it is.
What are you saying today? You're just talking, but you're not saying anything. What are you actually saying?
There's nothing to say about this game, Miguel. Apart from the fact that it was crap and Liverpool outplayed us, we won on penalties. There is nothing else to say on this game, right?
Okay, so what is your point?
For Mikel Arteta, he's doing his thing. He's the best manager that we could have got in this present time, and I'm sure he's going to be our manager for the next 20 years if we could keep him. But at the end of the day, we're not at that level to be going to a top team, especially away, where it's now 28 games we haven't won a game away, right? And go there thinking we're going to win. We're not there. So be realistic and stop acting like a child.
Who's acting like a child? Guys. You came on here and made personal attack. I feel like you're making a personal attack when you're saying I feel like no. Let's be honest. It is a personal attack when you say I'm acting like a child or something like that. At the end of the day, we're two fans. We should be supporting the same club. We should be both positive about our team when they win, and we should be both criticizing them when they lose. But I choose to support my team a different way than you choose to support your team. It doesn't mean you can come on here and criticize me.
You chose to support your team out of the hat because they had to build Sky when you turned over. You don't know fuck all about Arsenal, Miguel.
All right, okay. Listen, boys,
you see what I mean?
We'll leave that conversation there. We've got some super chats to do, and we can do them while everybody chills. First one here says, leave Pepe out. That £72 million price tag is a bit fraudulent and shady business due to whatever that dude's name is. He's more of a 40, 50 million pound player. I know we had quite a few super chats as well. There's one here that says a 40-year-old Max Gradle starts over a 75 million pound Android.
That's 100% fast. 100% fast.
Listen, can I say one thing? Out of respect to all international fans, you pick your club and you pick who you want to support. Big up on you. At the end of the day, international fans are just as much fans. International fans are just as much fans as fans that are from England. We might not be able to go to all the games like you guys do. I might not be able to be an Arsenal fan that goes to every single game. But international fans, for every single international fan watching right now, you are just as much of a fan as any one of us. And you know what, Sonny? That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to all international fans. No, that's disrespectful. Let's be real. Yes, I might be from Canada, and I might not be able to go to every single Emirates game like you did your whole entire life, but calm the hell down, bro. That's disrespectful. Real shit. I'm just as nice as a fan as you are. Just because I didn't go to the game when I was a little kid and go to Highbury. Calm down, bro. That's disrespectful from the core. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Every single fan watching, you guys know, it doesn't matter if you support your club from Nigeria, from Indiana, from China. It doesn't matter.
Half an hour start. You say debate about international fans. Nicolas Pepe, right? Let's go to Nicolas Pepe, right?
No, you took a shot at international fans. You took a shot at me.
No, I didn't take a shot at international fans at all. Nicolas Pepe, right? Nicolas Pepe is another one. The guy is not fit to wear an Arsenal shirt. I called him out a long time ago. Arsenal needs to get rid of the geezer. He's a flop. He'll always will be a flop.
Guys. We're going to move this. We're going to move this conversation on a little bit because it's going down them personal levels. Most of it was about football.
It's not. It really
no. But there's obviously some gripe here. It's no echo chamber.
There isn't.
Right. Okay, cool. We're nearly at the end of the stream anyway. Everybody's turned into ET, which is interesting. They're just like, do you know what I mean? I think after viewers' arseholes are folded inside out with cringe, watching two grown men argue. But there we go. That's football, and that's what football debate is. What I'm going to
the other half are not cringing. That's fine. Half is fine.
Relax. Jared as well. He stood up there. Made me laugh. Listen, everyone who's tuned in, a big thank you to all of you for coming and getting involved tonight. It's been really, really, really interesting, and I'm looking forward to the next Arsenal game. Let's see what happens. I mean, imagine if they'd have lost tonight. Can you imagine? I was thinking at one point, though. Yeah, go on, Dwayne.
There's one thing I must say. Arsenal fans are very entertaining. You know what? Back in the days when the Liverpool team weren't at their best, we never slag off each other. We never slag off fans. We knew our team were always in a business phase and whatever.
That's the point that I always have about.
You know what? I'll give it to the Arsenal fans.
You don't even hold hands when you go on the train on the way home, did you?
But you know what? I'll give it for the Arsenal fans. Entertainment-wise, they might not be that exciting on the pitch, but their fans are definitely.
Everybody who tuned in this evening, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Good night. God bless. We're back tomorrow with more transfer rumours. Peace.